out for a nice 3 odd hour zone 2 ride to start the week, then heat training when I get back, so 4 more minutes on the turbo, sweating it up, that'll be good. Classic view, going up Montal, lovely day. It's meant to rain later, so hopefully make it back before that. Good 3.5 hours with some aero testing there, so testing like downhill positions. It's like either aero hoods where you're probably tucked in over versus like kind of an O'Brien position where you're holding the tops and then you're folding yourself over. So just going down, getting up Manchester Road and then picking up some speed and then holding those positions for like a minute long section at like 50k an hour. Add that to the data to be analysed. Put some layers on now, do 40 minutes of heat, and that'll be a really good session. "40 minutes at 230 erg mode, recording on the left-sided. Good stuff. Really good session today. Happy with that. Left the long sleeve jersey on as well, so heating up nicely. Tuesday afternoon, back in Hatfield. Where else? So planning on doing 5 by 10 miles at tempo sort of pace. I have a theory about the new position working well with a longer tail helmet, so gonna test my Rudy versus the old Met drone. So classic testing this. Did this exact test. Came out here to do my first set of testing in 2025 to compare when I just got the Rudy. But yeah, like I say, with this new position, I'm thinking that a long tail might work well. So worth trying out. 3:15, so getting a move on to hopefully not get caught in too bad traffic. But yeah, good session. I'll debrief when I get back. But yeah, crack on with it. Really good session that. 50 odd minute drive back, not too bad going that, to be honest. It's a good session. I wasn't too sure to start out with because it was a very grey, overcast day, and I checked the forecast and it was saying it was pretty windy, like 15 miles an hour, which is what it was last week when it was just like ridiculously windy. Like you'd just get these really bad gusts just because it's so exposed out there. But obviously decided to go out there, and I'm very glad for doing so because even though, like I say, the forecast was similar, the wind really wasn't too bad. Yeah, it was windy. Rarer getting those gusts when the lorries were coming the other way. So I ended up doing 5 by 10 miles at like high tempo, very low threshold. So it's like 350, 360 sort of thing. But yeah, felt like a really good session. I took bicarb before I went, and I feel like that's why I had some good legs for the session. Last one, I was suffering like a dog, I'll be honest. Yeah, started the effort, got like a minute in, and then this camper van just tried to kill me. Had to slam on the brakes, get out the extension, slam on the brakes, and that disrupted my rhythm. So I had to, I turned back on myself, had like 6 minutes to get going again. And I feel like that kind of killed my rhythm. Plus my saddle sores were hurting quite a bit by the end. Didn't really notice it for the other efforts. It wasn't too bad. But it was just that last effort after having to restart it that they just felt really bad. But it wasn't even that slow, that effort. It's weird, like so I was testing the Rudy versus the my old Met drone, and like the first one with the Met drone felt really fast, but then I was looking at the speed and the speed wasn't very fast. So yeah, I'll just have to analyze the data because really don't know which ones were faster. And like that last run, I was all over the place. The power was lower. I was out the saddle loads, like floating out the saddle, trying to hold position. Felt like the wind had picked up. I had to wait for ages at the roundabout, and even then it was like looked like the fastest run, like low 21 minutes. Because I was doing the actual 10-miler course today. That's a weird one, but overall it was a really good session, and yeah, legs felt really strong for it, even though I had a really big day yesterday, 4 hours with heat training plus a gym session. So yeah, really can't complain with that. That's a super solid session to get going with the week. 40 minutes of heat now, have something to eat, do 40 minutes of heat, have something more substantial to eat, then have dinner, do some stretching as well, because I've been neglecting the stretching a little bit, and the stretching is really good for me. It just seems to work really well, just to keep me feeling good. So yeah, get on with that. Good stuff. Might also be able to borrow a POC Tempo, so test that at the track on Thursday. That'll be interesting. Especially if my theory's correct and the long tail helmets are better with this new position. See how the Met drone performed compared to the Rudy. Another 40 minutes of heat. 230 erg mode. Cordon on the left sided. Ooh. Session from earlier at Hatfield. 20 minutes at 360. Sweaty boy. Whew. Gorgeous Thursday morning here at Derby Velodrome, of course. So going to get a good track session in. Borrowed friend's POC Tempo, so going to be testing that versus the Rudy project with my TT position. So that'll be interesting. So yeah, looking forward to getting on with that. Pursuit slot at 9:30, then I've got sprint slot from 10:30 till 12:30, so got 50 minutes before first session starts. First hour, so the pursuit slot, I've already got some good efforts done and my testing for the day. There's quite a few there's 3 other sprinters, so I'm going to do something different for the sprint slot, do some like wind-ups to get to maximum speed, just get a feel out for something I've been wanting to do, get a feel for what like a 14-second lap feels like, how to control the bike through the bends. Because I did a kilo where I was obviously pushing the whole time, and it felt really hard to control the bike through the bends. It was just drifting up like above the red. So it's like when you get up to the higher speed, it's like see how to keep the bike under control. So I already did 8 efforts. I did 3k short rest, 3k with the Rudy, 3k short rest, 3k with POC, and then the same with 2k. So 2x2k with a short rest with the Rudy, 2x2k with a short rest with the POC. So from that, 8 efforts. AA, BB, AA, BB. Able to discern which one's faster. The POC felt really nice, to be honest, but we'll see what the data looks like. I was a bit tired for quite a few of those efforts, to be honest, especially the 3Ks. It's like, fuck, get on track for a few more efforts, but do these ones where just trying to feel out what like a 14 odd second lap feels like, and if I can control it through the bend, probably try and ovalize the track as well, so like dip into the bend, counteract the fact that the bend's trying to fling you out. Good track session there. For the second half, I was tired that I wasn't going to be able to get 4 more 3Ks done, so I decided to do 4x2K. So 2x2K with the Rudy, 2x2K with the POC. So yeah, some good aero testing there. And then for the sprint slot, I ended up doing just 3 times on track, and I ended up doing 6 laps, just pushing the pace, just trying to just keep winding it up. I mean, by a kilometre in, I'm definitely slowing down just from fatigue, but getting used to riding the track at that higher speed, because if I want to be competitive at British Champs, like I just need to learn how to at least ride the track at that speed and then get the fitness and the aero gains, the equipment gains to get to that level. But yeah, I actually felt all right. I mean, I was deliberately ovalizing the track, so coming out to the red in the straights, out of the bend, drifting out to the red, so that you can deliberately dive into the black through the bend, rather than the bend spitting you out. And to be honest, it felt really good. It felt really nice and under control. Laps 5 and 6, if I'd be fatiguing, I'd be like, okay, what's it like trying to hold the black here at this higher speed? And again, it wasn't too bad. It was just more a bit twitchy. So like you deviate from the black and you twitch up higher up the track. Whereas if you deliberately ovalize and dive into the bend, you're more likely to have a smoother line So yeah, that was interesting, and yeah, ovalizing is definitely important as you get to those higher speeds, which makes sense. Like the second 2 hours of the session were nice and chill rather than the first hour, which was pretty full on, but yeah, really, really good training in that, so happy with that. Head on to Colville now. Long day, home now. Matt's also lent me a Met Drone 2, so test that. I reckon I'll test that out next week at the track before I go to see him and Kate at the shop, and see how that tests compared to. So I got the POC 10 board done today. This is the Rudy project, and then I've got the Met Drone 2. So Rudy and the Met Drone are like the two new age helmets that seem to test fast on everyone. And then the POC Tempo is obviously a classic helmet that, if you can get the position right, works really well. So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see which of those comes out on top. Gorgeous day, just tapping away with some zone 2. Pretty tired after a long day yesterday. We get like about 3 hours in, so good stuff. There we go, good ride that. Nice little openers ride in the Sheffield sunshine before the 25 miler and the Regos rain tomorrow. So we're going to South Wales to the ski slope to hopefully do a nice fast 25 miler, get one under the belt for the B-bar. Conditions look decent, raining but low wind, so that's the main thing. Relatively warm, 12 or 13 degrees, so not too bad. So yeah, heading down to Birmingham to stay with my friend this evening, and then see how we get on tomorrow. Right, time to pack, make sure I've got everything and get ready for tomorrow. Absolutely stunning day. Jesus, meant to be thundering showers, so could get caught in the rain, but for the moment it's looking mega and basically no wind, which is crazy, so could be very fast today. Not seeing a lot of movement. That's a good sign. Overshoe has fallen apart a little bit, unfortunately. Don't know if I could get that fixed. That's snapped off, unfortunately. I guess one of the windmills is turning now, but it's so beautiful out here. It really is. 45 minutes before my start, and then get the word from people coming back that the event's been cancelled. Still not entirely sure what happened. Yeah, unfortunately a rider came down, hit his head, apparently quite a bit of blood, was unconscious for 5-10 minutes, which is really not good. But yeah, they got stretchered to the hospital. Obviously came around. Thankfully the rider's been taken to hospital. Martin, I had a chat with Martin as he was leaving. He's gonna have some scans. A couple of other riders have sorted out his bike and his car, and they're getting it back to, was it Plymouth? I think Plymouth or Exeter, where the rider's from. Yeah, it's just kind of scary, you know, like you never think it would happen to you, and then but it obviously could. Like, I mean, it's 150 160 of us today, could have happened to any of us. I don't know what to think. Like, I was so keen for today. Last night I was thinking the weather was going to be absolutely horrible, but on the drive over through South Wales from Birmingham, and I'm like, this is actually just an absolutely gorgeous day. Low wind, and like it's barely rained. Like, it's meant to be showers, but it's just warm, and yeah, just really, really nice day. And I'm like, okay, this is a day that if I'm going to get a competition record, this might be my best chance at getting close to that. But yeah, it's just an arbitrary thing at the end of the day, and it's like big goal of the year is Hatfield, so be training on that course, try and defend the national 10. But yeah, maybe I don't want to bother chasing fast times. Like, I mean, I got some extremely fast times last year. It'd be nice to get a fast 10 under the belt, and but yeah, even that, it's like, But even like Hatfield, like that can be a fucking dangerous course because it gets so much traffic, and then people go for these risky overtakes. So it's like, is it any better than a dual carriageway? It's just like the inherent risk of what we're doing. I feel like last week has the potential to be the most dangerous type of course. Twisty, turny lanes. It just, you get away with it because the traffic's low. But when there is some traffic, it can be extremely dangerous. And people were doing silly risks last week, like riding on the wrong side of the road, overtaking in blind bends. Like, I mean, I could have been closer to the podium, but I know that I got caught behind some cars, and I was being sensible with it. Not trying to overtake these cars into some blind sections or go past riders on blind bends where there's people spectating, because it's not worth it if you put yourself at risk for what? Like, it's a time trial. Went out for a ride with Rob and Dylan because we were all kitted up. So we did like a bit of a TTT practice, even though they're doing it in Scotland next week, the national champs with Jake. But Jake wasn't keen on riding, which is fair enough. So yeah, we got out for a 30-minute effort, which was good fun. It was hard work. It was different to. I mean, I'm not super used to riding in the line and keeping to the wheel. Obviously, I did it with the team suit, but out on the roads it's different. You can coast potholes and shit like that. Yeah, it was tough work. And then did a short effort by myself as well. Just because out here it's a fantastic day. And yeah, not sure if I'll be back. This could be the last time I'm here. Chatting to a guy when I got here, training full time for 1,000 days, and now I'm like, oh, I'm seeing the end of it. I don't know what I'm thinking. I love the track. The track, obviously, it's individual pursuit on the track. Like, it's a safe event. Like, we've got the British Champs this year as well. That's on closed roads, and it's a circuit that's going to suit me better because it's not got a 20% hill. Like I say, Hatfield as well. So enjoy the view.